All right, what's up guys? We got virtual workout number 56 here today. So today's workout, again, another take on our C45 or our CrossFit workout. Now this one's gonna be a little bit different. So our CrossFit and our C45ers who are coming to the box here today, they're gonna do this as a partner workout. So that means they're gonna get some built-in rest. You guys, however, since we're at home, I don't know if you have a partner or not, you could do it that way, but let's go ahead, let's imagine that we don't. We're gonna go ahead and do this as a 20-minute AMRAP you yourself. So that's gonna definitely change our intensity as we move through this workout. We'll talk about that here in a second. So our minimal equipment version, a little different than our no equipment version today. We're gonna go ahead and get started with 10 box jumps. Now, if you have a box at home, great, use that box. If not, let's go ahead, let's use something stable. Something that's going to allow you to jump onto it. Now, if you have something that's stable, but you don't quite trust to jump onto it, we can always scale or modify this to box step-ups. So remember, with our box jump, it's a 2-foot takeoff, 2-foot landing on the top. You want to be in full extension at the top. You can step down or jump down. So again, we can scale or modify that, or we're going to go ahead and just step up and down off of that box, okay? Now, after those 10 box jumps, we're gonna move into 20 dumbbell snatches. On that dumbbell snatch, you wanna make sure that core is nice and tight. You're gonna be hinging from those hips. You wanna keep those shoulders as square as possible. You're gonna drive that ground away from you. Drive onto those toes, shrug that shoulder up high. You're gonna pull that elbow high, drop under that dumbbell, stand it all the way up at the top. Remember, you can go ahead and switch that dumbbell from your eyes or below or on the ground. Again, driving that ground away from you, moving into that triple extension or full extension onto those toes, shrugging that shoulder up, pulling that elbow high, coming under that dumbbell and standing it all the way up. You're gonna go ahead and knock out those 20 dumbbell snatches. After that, if you have double unders, which is again, 2 revolutions of that jump rope in one jump, we're gonna go ahead and go 30 double unders. If you do not have double unders, we're gonna go ahead and do 60 single unders. Now remember, on that double under, you wanna keep everything nice and rigid. Again, maintaining that hollow body position. You don't wanna be leaning back, leaning forward. You don't wanna pick those knees up. You don't wanna kick those feet out in front of you. You wanna keep everything nice and tight, nice and rigid. You're on those toes, you're bouncing off of those toes. Elbows are tucked, hands are down. This motion should come from the wrist, okay? So again, everything nice and rigid, on those toes, bouncing from those toes, motion from that wrist, not the elbows, okay? So, this is a great opportunity in this little bit longer of an AMRAP to practice double unders if maybe you have them or you can get a couple of them. Let's take this opportunity to work on them a little bit more. Maybe scale those reps down a little bit so that you can go ahead and continue moving through this workout. But again, let's take this opportunity to work on developing that skill. Once you finish those double unders or single unders, you're moving back to the top to those box jumps, okay? So again, no rest in this individual version of this. So that heart rate, that intensity is gonna be a little bit less than a partner workout. So I'd like to see you guys, if you have those heart rate monitors, anywhere between that 80 and 90%, trying to actively recover on the movements that are a little bit easier for you. So if double unders are nice and easy for you, go ahead and use that opportunity to go ahead and actively recover or rest during that movement, okay? So work on bringing that heart rate down and recovering. Now, if you don't have any equipment, we're still gonna go ahead and do those box jumps or step-ups like we've already talked about. Now, instead of doing that dumbbell snatch, we're still gonna do an explosive movement. We're gonna do a broad jump, okay? So in that broad jump, you're gonna go ahead and start from here. Same thing like that dumbbell snatch. You're gonna go ahead and load that posterior chain. You're gonna hinge from those hips, pull those arms back, and you're gonna drive forcefully forward, jumping as far as you can. Alright, so again, this is a big, powerful movement through those hips, through that posterior chain, similar to that dumbbell snatch in that respect. After you complete 20 of those broad jumps, instead of that double under or single under, if you don't have that jump rope, we're gonna go line hops. So if you have a line on your floor, same thing, maintaining that nice rigid position on those toes, you're gonna go back and forth over that line 30 times. So again, once you finish that, we're headed back up to the top. So again, heart rate should be anywhere between that 80 and 90%. Make sure you guys get stretched and warmed up for this workout. Have some fun with it. Get those videos posted to the Texas Fitness Factory's members page, and make sure you get those scores posted on Triib. Have a good weekend, guys.
Woo!